St. Patrick's Day, New York. Over 200,000 people line Fifth Avenue for what New Yorkers claim is the biggest celebration of Irish culture anywhere in the world, even Ireland. And like any other big crowd, they make a whole lot of mess. But this time tomorrow, the streets will be clean and 50 tons of parade garbage will be electricity, powering Fifth Avenue and beyond. So, how do they do it? New York, the most heavily populated city in the USA. Over 8 million inhabitants simply eat up energy, equivalent to 280 million barrels of oil per year. But they also help generate it with their trash. 12,000 tons of it every day. And on Paddy's Day, there's even more. When 500,000 people get together to party, paint the town green, and maybe enjoy a sneaky taste of the black stuff, the last thing on their minds is finding the nearest litter bin. The problem of parade garbage is colossal. But fear not, because bringing up the rear are New York City's Department of Sanitation. This is their turf. The 7,900 sanitation workers and their 6,000 vehicles are a mechanized army at war with filth. And Paddy's Day is their D-Day. The big question is what to do with almost 50 tons of rubbish. The answer is to take it 16 kilometers down the road and feed it back to this ravenous city in the form of electricity via one of the biggest waste-to-energy operations on Earth. This is the Essex County Resource Recovery Facility in Newark, New Jersey. This $400 million power plant burns through 2,700 tons of rubbish a day and turns it into electricity. The facility is overseen from a central control room by operations manager Paul Shusko.
Yeah, I still have everything else going to the A side, just in case for now, Jerry.
Within a few hours of the Paddy's Day parade, a colossal convoy of 400 trucks start to dump all the leprechaun hats and cardboard shamrocks into the vast loading bay. The trouble is, when the rubbish arrives, it's as soggy as an Irish bog. And wet garbage is just what you don't want when you're trying to make electricity. So all the soggy Guinness hats are shoveled into a drying chamber. But like nothing else you've ever seen before. It looks like a nightmare vision of the future. And sorting out all the condemned garbage is a suitably terrifying monster. They call it the Claw. Two of these titanic 20-ton grabbers speed the drying process by turning and airing trash until it's ready to burn. This giant airing cupboard holds 16,000 tons of rubbish, divided into 3 sections, each the size of a pro basketball court. While one section is taking on fresh, wet rubbish, the other 2 are kept drying to feed the fires of 3 incinerators. From the control cab almost 30 meters up, Claw operator Romeo Academia has been sifting through the mountain of refuse for years. And he still hasn't won a cuddly toy. Drying takes up to 7 days. Then the Claw sends the junk on its journey to destruction. Paul tracks the trash as conveyor belts introduce it to the incinerators. The 3 blazing infernos reach up to 1,200 degrees Celsius, burning as much as 100,000 kilos of garbage an hour. That's half the weight of the Statue of Liberty. Ash tumbles down a series of rollers to an extraction system where any metal is removed by magnets. Safe in his control room, Paul manages the temperature by varying the amount of air in the furnaces.
It's approximately 2,000 degrees down near the grates. and it's about 1,500 degrees up higher in the furnace.
This blistering Paddy's Day bonfire produces enormous quantities of energy in the form of heat. But that energy has to be transformed into electricity before anyone can use it. The Inferno heats a towering boiler which works like a giant kettle. Water runs through an immense maze of pipework, where heat from the furnace turns it into 95,000 kilos of steam per hour. The high-pressure steam is piped up to the massive turbine room above the boiler. The two 35-megawatt turbines that generate the power are each the size of a London bus. The steam spins the turbines, which convert their movement into enough electricity to boil 20 million kettles. The plant was designed to be an environmentally safe alternative to landfill. The trouble is, the acidic gas generated by its furnaces is about as green as a stretch Hummer. So inside these 90-metre-high flues, the gas is filtered with lime reagents to absorb pollutants such as sulfur dioxide. All that remains of the garbage is a truckload of ash, while 1.5 million kilowatt-hours of electricity goes straight to the power grid. In effect, 8 million New Yorkers are living working parts in an engineering marvel that powers St. Patrick's Day parties right through the night. And it doesn't get much greener than that.